Morning. Hope you're all good. Well, I'm just going to move this over a little bit. Here we go. Let's move over a shade. Sorry to uh, do that to you. Hope it wasn't too disorientating. All right. Yeah, I think that's right. Let's go back a bit more. I'll get this right eventually. Here we go. Okay. Good. All right. Well, I hope you're ready for session number 2. I hope you enjoyed session number 1. Maybe you wouldn't be back for session number 2 if you hadn't enjoyed number 1. Sorry about the adjustment. These things take time to get right. Okay, so remember we've got our space 2 by 2, 2 meters by 2 meters, and we're just going to move around and have some fun, enjoy ourselves, and try to become more active. Good, right, so feet together, hands to both sides, little bow. Good, right, we'll start with some side and close. So nice and steady, stepping across and closing. So I'm going to try and explain to you a little bit about what each of these exercises do. That will be quite helpful. If you keep your knees bent on this and just put a little bit of tone in your thighs, so you're bending as opposed to being upright, then as you step across, you're warming up these big muscles here. Your bum muscles, your glutes, they're being warmed up as well. And your adductors, the muscles that go up the inside of your legs. As you step across and close, they're becoming activated as well. And often just getting a muscle activated is enough to start to warm up. Okay, let's go forward and back. So a decent size lunge forward, step forward, and a nice lunge backwards. Now, as I said in the last session, the first session, how much effort you put into these things is entirely up to you. You know, it doesn't. I won't even know why. I'm on the other end of the computer somewhere else, so I don't know. Just lead up for the other leg now. But make it useful to you. Make it so that you get some use, some benefit from doing the session. Good, right. So just a nice little jog. Again, I don't know how much intensity you want to put into this, but make it work for you, make it fit for you. Obviously, don't do anything ridiculous if you've got some sort of condition that makes it silly for you to exert yourself. All right, gently push your hands together. So I'm just pushing those hands to warm my shoulders up. So now I'm going to lock into my fingers and gently pull them apart. So activating my muscles on the push and the pull action. I'm going to push again. You don't want to go back to sides and close on this, but I'm still pushing with my hands. Right now, let's pull. Right now, just close your hands, make fists, put one on top of the other. Push down with your top hand and up with your bottom hand. And again, just warming those shoulders up. And change them over. That's nice. Good. Right, let's go back to a bit of jogging. Right, now let's circle one arm forward. Big circles. Come on, brush your ear to come around. Obviously, be careful if you have a lampshade above you. And backwards. Now the other arm forward. Get all the way up by your ear. Now, I don't know if you're like me, but it sounds like fireworks going off on my shoulder as I do this first thing in the morning. A lot of clicking and snapping. Don't worry too much about it. As long as long as you're gently warming it up, then that's good. And let's see if you can get one to go forwards and one to go backwards. It's quite a good exercise for your coordination if you work on this. All right, let's go the other way. That's lovely. Now just across your body this way. Good. Now I like to place one leg in front, doesn't matter which leg. We're going to do knee swings. So keep your knee bent and just swing it up this way. All right, and if it's a strain, if it's tight, just let it fall back when it feels tight. Because what we're trying to do is loosen up our glute muscles a bit more. We've warmed them up, we've got them activated, and I'm trying to get them to go through their full range of movement. And, talking about full range of movement, as we get older, that range of movement, if we don't use it, diminishes. So we need to try and either get it back in action or keep it in action. I don't know if that was 10, but it seemed like about 10. And so it's the classic thing of use it or lose it. And it's a good idea to use it. Mobility is such an important thing, especially as you get a little bit older. Good, right? Just put your elbows up this way. Twist around as far as you can one way. Good, and around the other way. Good, back the first way. Good, and the other way. Okay, that's good. We'll do one more exercise. These are straight leg swings. Now, I need you to be really careful with these. When you have your legs straight, you engage your hamstrings as you swing. Yeah, so this is the muscle that goes down the back of your thigh. So all we need to do is swing it gently. When you feel it wants to stop, just allow it to drop back. Don't force it. What we're trying to do is take it through the range of motion that it can do, and just encourage it to do a tiny bit more each time. Just a tiny bit more each time. Now, the last thing you want is a hamstring strain. Secondarily, annoyance value for groin strain, I'd say. Just nice and gently. Don't let me do this. 7, 8, 9, 10. Do the other side. Nice and steady. So I see we've had lots of views on the last session, on the session number 1. No comments or anything. So if you feel happy to make a comment and say whether you enjoyed the session, that'd be great. I love the positive ones more than the negative ones, so more of those would be good. All right, good. So let's do some stuff. We'll have a quick recap on what we did last week, and then we'll add some things to it, yeah? All right, so should be positions where we begin from. Step forward. I always step forward my left leg first. It's just habit, but it really doesn't matter. If you go to a class eventually, then you may find they either step forward or back with a certain leg first. Just go with it and enjoy it. You'll soon pick up whatever the group is doing. All right, so we're going to start with front hand punch. We're just going to extend this front hand out, turn it palm down as it gets towards the end of the extension, and just allow a little bit of shoulder movement, a little bit of shoulder turn into the punch. Okay, ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good stuff. Right, let's do the other side. I'll turn the other way so you can see. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and hopefully you can see 5. I'm getting lots of movement in my body as I go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you could easily say, oh, well, the punch is just involving one arm. But if you do the punch like this, it pretty much does only involve one arm. But you can involve your whole body. You know, I'm turning my torso, I'm pushing with my back leg, I'm bending my front leg, I'm working my hips, I'm pushing my hips. You know, the other hand is up. So doing a simple punch can involve pretty much all of your body. All right, so let's go back to our first leg in front. We have to do reverse punch now, so with our back hand. Now, this obviously involves a lot more torso work. Yeah, and this will help to wake up and work your core, your center. Right, so I'll turn sideways again. It's probably easier for you to see. Right, so we'll start from here. We're going to punch with this hand or at the back. 1, twist in from that. 2, 3, and I'm sure you can feel. 4, I get lots more movement with the reverse punch. 5, 6, there's just more movement involved. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good stuff, and just go the other way. Ready? 1, 2, 3, it's early morning. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, relax for a second. Good. So I think that's a recap. We did both of those last week. Let's look at front kick as well. I'm sure we did that as well. So we're going to lift up our leg at the back, bring it through, lift our knee, extend forward, and then go back down behind. So it's a lift, push forward, and back. Now, if these muscles in your hamstrings and your glutes feel a bit tight, then do the technique lower. You know, this whole system is primarily about you becoming active. Now, if you become active and you happen to have some useful karate techniques that A, you enjoy, B, maybe of some use to you if you ever need to kick or punch somebody, and C, look quite nice, great. But really, first things first, it's just about being active. All right, so just get that leg coming through, push forward and back. So keep your hands up, push forward and come back. This way. All right, I'm going to do these towards the camera. All right, here we go. Ready? 1, 2. If I were to make contact with this kick, 3, I'd make contact with the ball of my foot. So my foot's going forward, but I'm allowing my toes to come back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And switch legs. Ready? 1. Now I think it's really important, 2, that we keep in mind, 3, what the primary objective of this workout is. 4, and for me, 5, it's to be active. 6, 7, 8, I'm not trying to, 9, get you to be the best in the world, the best in the country, or even the best on your street. I really don't care. 10, I lost count, but no, I think it's about 10. What I'm after is a way to get you to move around and feel comfortable. Yeah, if we were doing Tai Chi, nice, smooth, soft movements, that's a great way to be active as well. You know, I'd encourage you to do that too. But I'm much more into karate, been into it for years and years and years. So my thing is using that to keep us active. All right, now something I want to look at is a downward block. We're going to start looking at some blocks. Now, if we start in this position, all we do is put one hand on top. It doesn't matter which hand you put on top. Where you step forward, where you sweep that top hand down. Yeah, this is called a downward block. Now, for the sake of you being able to do this in the best way possible, should you ever want to go to the class, usually the hand that's going to block in the downward block begins on top. So you fold this hand on top and you sweep it down. And you step forward with the leg on the same side. So I'm stepping forward with my left leg. I'm going to block with my left hand. And I'm going to place my left hand on my shoulder. The other one across the body. Now these folds, the action you make to do the block, they increase the strength of the technique, but also they'll be covering. You're covering up, you're protecting yourself as you prepare to push away a technique. All right, so here we go. I'm going to just fold, step forward with one leg and push down. And you'd be sweeping your technique away. We've just done front kick. So maybe it's a good way to visualize just pushing a front kick away. Front kick that was coming here, and you're just pushing it to one side. All right, ready? So here we go. Forward, step forward, and push down. Good. Come back. Forward, step forward, and just push. You're not really pushing it down, you're pushing it across. You're pushing it so that it misses. Good. So forward, step forward, and push. Forward, step forward, and push. Forward, step forward, and push. Do two more. Forward, step forward, and push. And again, forward, step forward, and push. Good. Now, when I'm having a conversation, when I'm talking, I'm afraid I can't keep to 10. I sort of do what feels like 10. But obviously, if the numbers aren't clicking in my head, then maybe we're doing 8, 9, or 11. I don't know. Right, so now I'm going to go on the other side. So I'm going to step forward with this leg. I'm going to place this hand on top. And I'm going to sweep this hand down into a block. Right, now don't stress over this. This is just, as I said, there's a bit of fun, a bit of movement, a little bit of activity. Look, I brought this today. Empty hand. A combat art, combat and inactivity. And that's it really for me. That sums up everything that I want to try and put across for you. All right, so here we go. Now I'm going to step forward with this leg, block with this hand, place it on top to begin. Ready? Forward, step forward, and sweep down. Forward, step forward, and sweep that hand across. Forward, step forward. Good, I think that's 3. Good, forward. Block 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right, now let me explain something to you about the stances. Now I've been using just then what I would describe as a forward stance. So I'm folding, I step forward, I push my weight primarily into my front leg. And this is what we would call it in karate, pushing the car stance. So it doesn't happen so much these days. But if the car won't start on a cold morning, you get behind the boot and push. And this is the position you'd adopt, because this is a forward-going technique, a forward-going action. You're sweeping the hand down this way. Now you could do that in a much more casual stance. You could be sideways like this, and I'd describe this as a fighting stance. Or I could do it and hold my weight back, and this would be more of a back stance. and we call this a back stance. It's like a tug of war stance, where you're pulling everything backwards. I don't want to get into too much detail too early, so I'm not worried about it too much. I was just describing what I was doing as a forward stance-ish. Yeah, so I don't want to overcomplicate things. Right, so let's try and put two things together. I'd like you to put this hand on top, step forward, block, and then punch with the other hand. All right, so nice and simple. We're going to forward, step forward, block, and punch. And don't worry too much about which hand goes on top, how the punch looks, how the block looks. It's not about perfection, it's about activity, it's about movement, it's about motion, it's about doing stuff. Okay? Alright, so we're going to step forward, fold our arms, sweep the block down, and punch with the other hand. Good. Here we go again. So forward, sweep down, and punch. Good. Come up for number 3. Forward, sweep, punch. 4, forward, block, punch. 5, forward, block, punch. 6, forward, block, punch. 7, forward, block, punch. 8, forward, block, punch. 9, forward, block, punch. 10, block, punch. Good, right, let's do the other side. So step all the other way. I'm conscious of trying to keep my feet in view and not line up seeing it. All right, ready? So we fold this way. 1, block, punch. 2, forward, block, punch. 3, forward, block, punch. 4, forward, block, punch. 5, forward, block, punch. 6, forward, block, punch. 7, forward, block, punch. 8, forward, block, punch. 9, forward, block, punch. 9, get my words mixed up, forward, block, punch. And 10, forward, block, punch. Good. Come on, now relax. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of exercise now. But remember, everything we do here, it's really, really important that you do it at the level that's right for you. You know, the last thing I want you to do is to be so sore and stiff the next day or later the same day that you can't manage your life. Just do things gradually, take your time. And if you wonder whether this is going to be any good, we've all seen those films or short video clips of all the people in the parks in China doing these lovely, soft, gentle exercises, looking healthy, staying mobile. Well, that's the sort of thing I'm after, really. Okay, I just want you to get mobile, get active, and get moving. All right, now I'm going to do some exercises just to wind up. I'll put this block here so I can do some squats. It's a little bit higher than the chair I had last week, but we'll see. All right, so I'm going to put my feet nice and wide, bring my hands up. I'm just going to squat down. My ears are a bit higher. It might be a bit too high, actually. 2. Yeah, it's a bit. 3. But never mind, that will do for today. 4. 5. So you can use a chair. 6. Because chairs are good, they should. They're a good gauge of how far to go down. 7. 8. 9. 10. Good. Now I can feel that working glutes. And I know we've spoken a lot about quads, hamstrings, glutes today. And really, they're efficient muscles to use because they're so large. Once they have a demand for blood and oxygen and being able to use, being able to work, then they put a demand on your heart because it has to supply that blood. So, you know, if you use a small muscle like this, you move your finger, it doesn't put anywhere like the same amount of demand on your heart and lungs. Right? So they're efficient muscles to use. That's why it's good to move your legs and the main parts of your body. Right, so let's do a little bit of abdominal work. I know we did some of this last week. All right, we did some leg raises. So I like to be on my elbows. Like this, it takes the strain off my back. We'll get you to lift one leg at a time, but if you want to have the other leg off the ground, you can. All right, so both my legs are on the ground. Lift one up, and then down, and then the other up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, super stuff. Good. All right, let's try some push-ups. Now, I'm not really sure what to call these, but you can almost call them, rather than push-ups, lower downs. Yeah? All right. So this is what I think would be a good start position. So, on your knees, but when you're on your knees, don't stick your bum in the air like this. Try and make yourself into a straight line from your knees all the way to your shoulders. Yeah? I'll tell you what, rather than us do push downs, we'll do elbow ups. All right, so I want you to start like this, on your knees. So keep your hips ready there. Don't sag in the middle like this. Try and keep it a fairly straight line. Or you put your elbow down, then the other elbow down. Then you come up, and come up. Yeah, elbow down, up, up. All right, now pay attention which elbow you're lowering down first, because in a short while we will change it to the other one. So down, down, up, down, down, up. Do one more and then we'll change sides. Down, up. All right, now the other side first. This one down, 1, 2, and this one up. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 3 more. Ready? Down, up, down, up, down, up. All right, now, as I've said many times, I have no idea whether that's too strenuous, too simple, too easy, too whatever. But if we can work out together, have a bit of fun, then that's good. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the session. If you have enjoyed it and you feel able to leave us a positive comment, that'd be lovely. By all means, share it with your friends. And let's get a nice community online. And remember, empty hand, the combat art, combating inactivity. See you next week.